Market is soaring, but consumer confidence is a bit concerning. What's all that mean for Chicago area housing?
Let's get a check on the local real estate market ahead of the slower winter season. Tommy Choi, there you see him next to me, past president of the Illinois Association of Realtors, is here to explain. I believe you are delivering good news today, yes?
I'm bringing good news.
All right, good. We like it. So what are you seeing in the market right now?
So Chicago, especially the downtown market, there's a big comeback. People are coming back. We're seeing River North, which, you know, last time I was with you, I was telling you how inventory's building up. We're seeing it slow down. We're seeing, especially entry-level, one-bedroom, two-bedroom condos start to sell again. So there's a resurgence there. Now, for the loops, Loop, West Loop, South Loop, different story. It's taking a little bit longer to sell. There's more inventory, so more options. So demand is starting to curb a little bit. You're starting to see that reflected in home sale prices too.
Okay. And what do the suburbs look like?
Suburbs are still busy and very active, especially as of today. The 30-year fixed mortgage is at the lowest we've seen in 2025, 6.19%. So that means more affordability, especially for people that want to leave the city to have that yard and white picket fence. So we're seeing still competitiveness out there and high demand with low supply.
Okay, you mentioned the loops are having a little bit of a more difficult time, right? So you mentioned the West Loop, which stuns me because I think of the West Loop as thriving. They're doing really well. They've got all this construction going on, and so it's hard to imagine that sales are taking longer.
That's a great thought, and I felt the same way too. Yeah. And I think part of it is they've had such an incredible come up the last 10 years with all the new construction, all the retail, the restaurants on Randolph Street that have come up. Prices have also went up, and so I think that's the first neighborhood we're starting to see a little bit of the bubble burst. And so from that standpoint, we saw demand start to curve down a little bit, inventory build up.
So when it comes to interest rates, do you see people who say, "Oh, great, they're down, they're at their lowest level this year, let's go," or are people still saying like, maybe it'll go down a little bit more?
I feel like you read my diary.
So that's what he does.
That's why we're investigative reporters. Yes.
The buyers that are going to enter the market right now and not wait for rates to come down lower, they're the ones that are going to win and have the advantage. Because if rates start to go down a little bit more, which they may, but nothing significantly in the fives, that's when more demand comes and more competition and bidding wars will start to hit again, especially in January. So the savvy buyer that sees that rates are at the lowest in 2025, ready to jump in right now, they're going to be the ones that win and pay a little bit less of a premium than they would probably in January.
I think it's so interesting how quickly the market shifts. You know, the last time you were here, we talked about sort of a whole different scenario. So what are you seeing are the things that are impacting the markets right now? Interest rates obviously being one of them, but what else? What else is shifting things?
I think right now we saw in 2020 during the pandemic a lot of young professionals leave because they're able to work remotely. They didn't need to be downtown again. They couldn't enjoy the neighborhoods, right? Now, restaurants are opening back up in River North. People are out spending money. The workforce is coming back. Some companies are hybrid. So there's a desirability of wanting to be back in the city and be in the heart of everything where life is just fun.
But you had a good point. You were talking about a recent deal you did where, there were multiple offers, but that doesn't mean they were paying above asking.
Great question, because right now, even though demand is outpacing supply, it's a different kind of competition than we saw in the first half of the year. We're seeing multiple offers, but people aren't getting above asking price for the most part. Some neighborhoods still are seeing that performance, but people right now, buyers, even in competition, they're getting some good deals, and part of that is the seasonality right now, heading towards the winter months.
How do we stack up in comparison to the rest of the nation and other parts, New York, California?
It's good to be a Chicagoan. It's great to own real estate here. We are outperforming all the major cities right now.
All right.
Oh, good to hear. Tommy Choi, thank you. Always appreciate your expertise.
Good stuff. Okay.